going live. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Hardcore Play Podcast. I'm Austin. That's Art. Joining us this week, special guest, right there. That's my wife. That's my wife. Jess, say hello.
Wow. Hi, hey, I'm Jess. Nice to be here. Two of them. Happy to be here.
What are we talking about today, Hambo?
We are talking about something that is very near and dear to all of our hearts, something that we grew up with. We are talking about Metal Gear Solid.
Woo! Love that for us.
Actually, my controller's off. Hold
on. This is great. We're doing great.
Yeah, we're doing great. It's fine. Everything's cool.
Everything's cool. So awesome.
We have it through the Virtual Console on PlayStation 3. Absolute come up with a century.
Excellent.
I love that I have it on the PS3. Love that. Love it so much.
This was, what was this, 1997? 1998? Something like that?
Wow. Okay. Really disrespectful.
Do you want to give the answer since you seem to know so much?
It's 98. I'm pretty confident, unless I'm confusing with RE2.
No, yeah, you're right. It was this RE2 and Final Fantasy VII all came out in 98.
98, yeah, because it was like the Holy Trinity.
Yes.
The trifecta.
So this is actually technically the third installment in the series.
Yeah. Correct. Because the first is Metal Gear, and then there's part 2.
On Nintendo, there's Metal Gear, and there's Metal Gear Snake's Revenge.
Yes.
It's fun. Well, it's 2 releases, Solid Snake, and then it was when it was released, because they're valuable. They're released under, what was it, Ultra? They had 2 manufacturers for the original NES games for Metal Gear. I'm just trying to remember. And it had 2 names.
The other name for the Nintendo or the distributor?
No. There was Snake's Revenge, and then there was just Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake.
No, the first one was just Metal Gear.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one was Snake's Revenge. And then the third one they were going to name Metal Gear Solid Snake, but they wound up going with Metal Gear Solid.
I'll take your word for it. I think you're wrong. I think I'm wrong. I don't know. I just know there's more to it. Because we have the 2 NES games.
Would really be that shocking, though?
Konami produced an NES sequel, Snake's Revenge, again without Kojima, released in North America and Europe in 1990.
Okay.
There you go.
And then there was also Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake.
Solid Snake, there it is.
We were both right.
Which was released in Japan in 1990 for the MSX2.
Oh, I knew I was wrong.
God.
I'll tell you what the insertion method is.
One in SDV, am I right? Sorry.
Dude,
I can't stand
my aunt's is procurement on site, dude.
Oh my god. And the best part about this is that this was so groundbreaking. Like, watching this was like, you were like, this is the movies. This is it.
Yes.
It don't get much better than this. Lara Croft's
guys,
Goobles.
you have this phenomena, like, where you visualize games from the 90s, but in your memory, they're crystal clear, like real life. And then you go play them, and you're like, wow, I didn't know it comparably looked this bad, but in your memory, you still remembered it looking a certain way. You still saw it that way.
Like, prime example, a game from the same year as Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy VII, when Cloud's coming down the stairs on the motorcycle. I picture that looking so much, even though that cinematic looks very clean in the game. I imagine it way smoother all that. Like I imagine it looking so much more detailed
Yeah.
than
But back in the day, your brain used to have to fill in that gap of what was real because we had to, with the graphics capabilities. But art,
when the game cut to
what was
actual
art?
gameplay, and you had like big beefy arms with like thin elbows.
I remember looking at it and being like, wow, like in my mind, it was like a movie. And then you're playing the game again, you're like, wow, I didn't remember the pixels being this large.
That's what I'm saying. It's really fascinating to look at that, like that retrospective of going back. Like when I think of Resident Evil 2 and I'm in the police department, I hear it and I see it like it's a movie. But then when you go back now and play it, you're like, wow, it's like 16 squares take up the whole graphics.
You're
like, how did I see it?
All 16 of these squares make a circle.
That's the Hambo way, man. That's the Hambo way.
It is. It really is.
The cats ripped all the tissue paper out of the bottom drawer, but they look really cute, so I'm gonna let them have their Christmas.
Yeah, they've earned it. But yeah, actually, before we start this, I'm gonna pull this out of solo layout here, and I'm gonna.
Have we not started? Are we starting? We've started. Sure.
Before I start doing gameplay, just a quick shot of the PlayStation 3 that we have here.
Yay! That's my baby. That's Kratos, by the way.
That is the original PlayStation 3 that my wife bought back in the day. It's the hard drive has been upgraded, which was really cool. This is also
God of War broke it. God of War Ascension broke my first hard drive.
For those of you that follow my streams on Twitch a lot, back around Halloween, I played Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2. It was off of this console.
Love that thing.
We have Resident Evils 1 through 4 on here. We have Crashes 1, 2, and 3, and Crash Team Racing. Persona, yes. Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. We have 2 huge stacks of games over here. All the God of War games, the Arkham games. So
I love
that thing has been a
She's been around her, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been around the block, you know what I'm saying?
She is the block.
Yeah, so the whole premise behind Metal Gear Solid is you are essentially, for a lack of better words, because words escape me at the moment, you are X is cancel, I forgot. You are essentially a mercenary who's been essentially contracted by the US government to go to a place on the Fox Archipelago in Alaska to essentially I guess you could say like a military facility.
Your James Bond, but nobody's allowed to know your name. That's it.
Yeah. You find out his name at the end.
Yeah.
You do, and I think people forget that. I also have some fun facts about Solid Snake that seem to be lost from the 90s as well, which pisses me off.
Yeah, Happy Saturday gameplay. Appreciate you being here.
Hit us with some fun facts. Guilt,
well,
thank you for joining us.
Solid Snake. Oh, wait, let me see. So I know there's a thing with his IQ level. It's like ridiculously high. Like he has like a 192 IQ or something, which is not demonstrated at all in the first game because he's like, oh, what? Black Ops program? Government? Like he's really kind of. I think they just dumbed that down for the American audiences because, like, I don't know.
More than likely.
The other fact: Solid Snake has green eyes. It is what was the thing? His height, and they had his height and his weight and everything. Austin, do you remember that, or Hambo? Do you remember that figure I had that gave all the official facts for him on the back of the box? And it was like his height. It was his height.
I remember seeing like
how many languages
was that on there? I want to say he was like 190 some pounds.
Yeah. I think so. And then
he was built like, because I remember making the comparison, like he was apparently built like an NFL running back at the time.
Yeah,
he was like close to 6 foot, like just under 200.
Pretty much, he's a small Batman. Here it is. Okay, let me see if I can see the back of the box. Here it is. Oh, awesome. Okay, God, I love the internet, man. Hold on. So it's
you have all this information.
Oh, it has so many cool facts about him. Foxhound operator. Oh, his IQ is 188. He speaks 6 languages fluently and known in the industry as the legendary mercenary. Blah, blah, blah. A man who changes impossible possible. He's famous for the Outer Heaven Crisis and the Uprising of Zanzibar.
Which
Ooh,
was
Bob, Green Eyes. It did have his height though, but okay, that's it. There you go. Fun facts. The end.
So
But it was
he has canonical descriptions about himself, which I find interesting because a lot of games, especially in this era, you didn't get a lot of that with like Resident Evil. Like they didn't tell you or describe to you
I'll tell you
Leon
shit.
Kennedy's height and weight. You know,
Yes.
they really
Which
went in detail to this game.
Which I always find strange when certain games like fail to produce those, like to present those facts, because the games have to be animated and there have to be character rotations, so they would know how tall the character is, how wide they are, how they, you know what I mean. So I always appreciate when we know, like you said, some details that are, kind of set in reality a little bit. Appreciate it,
Right. Guild said, so one would say he's built like a solid snake.
Oh yes, nothing liquid about this fella. He is solid. Solid. Can we talk about like solidness and liquid, how much I love how ridiculously simplified they made their villain system? Genius.
The code names for the characters are very simplified, very easy to not only remember, but very iconic for later series in the games.
I think we also ignore the fact that the closest thing to looking like Big Boss was Solidus, and no one talks about that. Just
yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
Big Boss was later to be revealed as Solid Snake's father, right? Like that was the.
I feel like father is a very loose term.
Okay. They don't phone Eddie. Hey, there you go. There's that.
You fine. Spoilers. Spoiler time.
Come on, Austin. It's been 67 years since Metal Gear came out. We're talking spoilers.
There are some people that have never played it. But
well,
like you said, it's been 27 years, so here it comes. Solid Snake, Liquid Snake, Solidus Snake are all clones of Big Boss.
Right.
There was a government program called the Les Enfants Terribles Project, basically meaning the bad children.
The terrible children.
They took DNA from Big Boss and used it to try and essentially make super soldiers.
They put it in a womb, and that womb is Boss, which is another thing.
Yeah, the Boss. It's almost like if you recall from Final Fantasy VII, Shinra, in order to create a super soldier upon finding Jenova, took Jenova cells and put them into the womb of Lucretia.
Correct.
Who then birthed Sephiroth.
Right.
It's basically the same deal.
Right.
But instead they got 2 psychopaths and 1 just ruthless killer.
I don't know. I think they're all just like, I didn't think they would see that would work against them in the end, because they would just compete for dominance. Because the whole thing with Resident Evil, the whole thing with Metal Gear is like your genes, your DNA, your predetermined but also determined destiny and evolution, and the strongest survive. And it's like the fun fact about that is Liquid was the recessive. Solid Snake was the perfect balance. Oh no, Solidus was like the perfect balance, right? And like, I don't know, there was a whole thing to it in 2, but that's another thing. My bad.
Well, he wound up becoming a president.
Yes, he did. George Sears, which he's called in the series. Solidus Snake's name is, and we know they knew this in Metal Gear 1. The end of the conversation. Okay, listen. Woo, calm down. I gotta calm down.
Liquid Snake is vegetable to the carrot Solid Snake.
Yeah. And there was there's one thing that I did want to point out, like this whole thing, this screen, the codec was, in my opinion, like one of the like revolutionary story building methods that this game added in.
It was my first cell phone. It was my connection to everyone I needed help with. Because I was a man playing Metal Gear. That is a single player game. Let me tell you.
Yeah, because basically the way the codec works is essentially like a radio communication system that is like laid into the small bones of the ear. So the sounds that you hear in the game of the codec going off, technically only Snake can hear that because it's just vibrating the bones in his ear.
They also don't explain the picture because fuck you, that's why. So forget the picture.
Sort of like with Resident Evil 4, how like you're literally talking through a walkie-talkie, but you can still see video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that, man. Oh my god! And it's people like just
the elevator coming down. There's going to be a third dude that comes in. Shit! I'm going to have to find a different little tucky spot, I think, because this guy's coming up. All right, and perf. Oh shit! Go! Just go! Fuck! Shit! Dun, 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 dun. I suck at games. All right, boys, from the top.
Excellent work, Hambo. Excellent work.
What the hell?
Fine, we're fine. We're great. Oh no, it's two. Okay, good. We're good. All right. See, look. Continue.
There's two U's in the thing now.
I don't know how. The other one's not open. So
I don't know what's going on with this controller. It just hits buttons.
Oh my god, are we getting Les Enfants Terribles? Are we getting Les Enfants Terribles? There's now two of them.
We're talking about government clones.
We're getting Psycho Mantis early game.
I love Psycho Mantis. I wish we could have. I would have played a whole side game with him becoming Psycho Mantis because he's awesome.
Yeah. That guy's secret Metal Gear Solid Easter egg. You play the game with a bad controller and you basically get Psycho Mantis the entire time.
Yeah, that is one of the most core things that's ever happened to me in a video game. I just genuinely remember this is 1998. Okay, we there are no like it's not like today. I really try to put that in perspective. Like we had no clue what the hell was happening, and you had to like talk to other people or just imagine how out of pocket and crazy that train of thinking is. They're like, you know what? Let me just try unplugging this controller and plugging it into this port, and like, oh my god, like what? Man, that game. I love Metal Gear. So great.
Oh,
Austin, this is the literal intro to the game, bro.
Well, I'm sorry, I haven't played the game in 20 plus years.
The trajectory is always the same. You climb under the thing and see that corner in the upper left-hand side. That's where you're supposed to go.
Wait, shush.
And you go up, cut through the middle, go to the right, and you hide behind the little forklift thing.
Yeah, and that's what I did the last time, and I got caught.
Austin has no patience. That's the problem.
Look, those of you...
You just thought you were going to come up in here.
No! Beat him up!
Unbelievable. Oh, my God. Rations. We didn't even get explained how to use those yet.
Not helping. Stop first personing.
Because you're pushing. You gotta wait now. You gotta wait. And then when all right, you rate it back. Push up again. No. Put it right. There you go. Now wait. Now that other guy's gonna come up from the back just at the right time. Now you go up and now push your back. No. Oh, okay, never mind. You good. Just kidding. This intro is still possible. This intro was just like, whoa.
It only took us 19 minutes to get through the first minute and a half of the game.
But let's also talk about that intro. You don't know how to play the game. Like they don't tell you what the controls are. There's no like how games are today where they walk you through like a tutorial on how to play the game. There was got basically you're dropped in and you're like,
that's it. Yeah. And then they're like, haha, just kidding. Here's the intro of the game. Here we go.
Yeah.
I love this game. This game is a core thing in my life. Mind you, an only child in 1998 gets this game. And I played the demo for it like 1,000 times. And then it finally came out. And it was like it was so epic when I got the game because it was that double disc, all white case.
Mm-hmm. With the red foiling letters.
Yeah, the demo stops right after you get to Baker, the DARPA chief. Right after you get not Baker, Donald Anderson?
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah. Baker's the one that you fight Ocelot to save.
Yeah,
the DARPA chief Donald Anderson is the one that's being held in the prison cell.
I love that Snake's the reason everybody dies too when they come near him, and it's like I want to put that Taylor Swift song where it's like me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me, because like why is everybody dying? That I'm talking to? What is happening? And it's just him. It's just him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's supposed to be a nuclear disposal facility.
Yeah, which it kind of is, but they're just sizing it. They're really just building heinous shit there. Is what they're doing.
Yeah, it ends up being taken over by
Here she is, the woman of the everything that Metal Gear made so important.
Naomi.
Wow, take it in here. Oof.
Already tested.
You must go to Zanzibar.
Zanzibar.
I love that he flirts with everybody. My favorite is the romance that's completely unfounded between Solid Snake and Meryl, because all he does is like see her butt, and he's like, "I will change my entire life in about being in relationships." And
I would like worship that booty,
Colonel.
Yes,
what's a Russian gunship doing here?
Oh, I love this. So epic.
Yeah, because during the initial point of the call, Colonel Campbell tells you that 2 F-16s took off from Galena Air Force Base.
Headed your way.
Which are actual locations, right? Like these aren't just made up. These are actual locations.
And the funny thing is, Shadow Moses, while they call it Shadow Moses, there is that archipelago in Alaska where there are bases. So it's pretty fun that they kind of they took some precedence with that. And I think it's funny it's in Alaska too, because it's closer to Japan by proximity.
And also, it sort of fits the whole story because after the events of Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake spends his time in between the end of that and the beginning of this living in Alaska, mushing huskies.
Yeah, and the best part is they explained to him like why, because the whole mission's supposed to be like 18 hours long, but then you're like, well, you ever think like, do they poop and pee? Like, what's the deal? Well, Naomi explains that they give him something that suppresses his stomach acids, so he doesn't have to eat as much, and he doesn't have to like poop and pee. It's very unspoken.
So he doesn't require food. He doesn't require any sort of sustenance throughout the mission.
Yeah, I also appreciate his suit. I just like his design. I think I feel like Solid Snake and Batman are the same, right? Like on a real tip. Like at the end of Solid Snake's life, he is a philanthropist and he's all about justice.
Yeah. And if I recall correctly, the original suit design for the full character design for Solid Snake was based off of Snake Plissken from Escape from New York and Escape from LA.
Yeah, Hideo, or I call him Hideo.
Kojima was a huge fan of those movies.
He really loved American action hero kind of films, like Die Hard and all those. He was really into that. Mm-hmm. So, Escape from New York.
And then when he started to get into like the real like the psychological style action films, that's where games like Death Stranding came from those kinds of ideas where it's a lot more story driven and less actual action, which is really
but cool. we also forget that Kojima was really obsessed with James Bond, and that was really big over in Asia as well. As they were being released in America, they were really big in the Asian film scene, and so that's where we get the unlimited ammo and the unlimited stealth, where he's wearing the tuxedo like James Bond, or in Metal Gear 3, that beautiful intro with that incredible song.
That's the one that I wish we had, was because of that intro, because that song, every time there's like, everyone has those certain songs that like certain notes hit and it gives you that synesthesia where you get like goosebumps all over.
Yeah,
certain notes in the Metal Gear 3 like intro theme always give me fucking chills and goosebumps.
Yeah, man. There's only one song from Metal Gear that makes me sick. I hate it. It's the song at the end of 2. It's horrible. Goodbye to Yesterday. That song is crap, garbage. It's sung terribly. It's a terrible song, and it's about Raiden. And who the fuck gives a shit about him? Sorry, I just don't.
But I mean, it does actually.
Poke his nose into our business. Where he had no fucking place.
Yeah, But that song alone, though, paints enough of a picture of like
how annoying Rose and Raiden are. Yeah, I know.
Not only that, but it also paints the picture of like I started to piece this together recently because I re-listened to that song and everything. That song paints the picture of Raiden's like timeline from where you last see him in 2 to where he is in 4.
But the thing is, they gave Raiden such a great fucking story to put him in, and then just shit on it, and then it was gone forever. And it was like, wait a minute,
which is a lot of
was
people
raised by fucking Solidus. That's incredible. He was a child soldier, and then they reveal, which is the biggest thing no one talks about in Metal Gear, is that Raiden completed sneaking mission whatever, and that mission he trained. When you're playing the VR missions with Solid Snake in Metal Gear 1 era, you're not Solid Snake. You're Raiden playing as Solid Snake in those VR missions. And that's how Raiden trained, which is insane that most people don't pay attention to that cool fact. Like, when you're playing VR missions, Metal Gear 1, you're playing as Raiden. And that's a really cool twist that it just didn't get enough attention, I think. I know, Millie.
This is a cutscene. And they show him like slowly scanning an area and zooming in further to try and get a better look. And he's like, I can't see anything. Like
I was shit. Yeah, like, to do the whole like to be able to kind of pop into first person, but also have those cinematic fixed camera views was pretty profound for me.
Yeah, I thought that was big for this game. Was like I literally with the press of the triangle button can just be in the eyes of Solid Snake.
I love that.
Which they wound up expanding on that with Metal Gear Solid 2, where not only could you just hit a button and look first person just like this, but if you had a gun out and you held it up and then hit the first person view, you had essentially first person shooting style aim sequencing.
Which a lot of PlayStation games did not have. This was one of the very, very few that had this innovation as part of the gameplay.
And then even on PS2, when they did that with Metal Gear Solid 2, the only other game that I know of, aside from obviously Metal Gear Solid 3, that had a third-person play style that would then allow you to transition to first-person gunplay was Resident Evil Dead Aim.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember that,
Yeah, dude. Which that entire game takes place on a fucking cruise ship.
Guilt, my redeem alerts don't work while we're using StreamYard. Just as an FYI.
Oh.
Yeah, like we won't get like the audio and stuff, but they'll pop up in our activity feed.
I just your arms tonight.
I can guarantee you this is gonna end.
You're gonna bink this because you're already.
First things first, let's top up. And then just keep those equipped because if my health hits 0, it'll just automatically use one and heal me. Not many people knew that.
Nugget. Oh man, here he goes. Why are you playing around? Why are you playing around? You're playing around is what you're doing. You're playing around.
I had it and then it fucking I'm not even hitting the shoulder buttons and it opened up a menu on me.
Agony,
that's my favorite part of playing with Austin. It's just the
I'm not even joking.
The commentary.
Like I have my fingers are wrapped around the outside so that way I'm not touching the buttons.
Agony, I appreciate your enthusiasm. It's still only 1:30. I will tell you what, though. I will take a shot of this Monster Rehab for you, okay?
Whoa! I have wine. I can do a shot of wine.
Oh, you said beer shot.
It's still 1:30.
It's still 1:30.
See, I don't know. Beer tastes like piss to me. I mean that respectfully.
For Agony, I'll do a sip of my coffee.
Are you going to even attempt to go use the chaff grenade and go in there and get the thing? You didn't, because you didn't run across the airfield. You got to come in from the right and then run straight across, and then you get the chaff grenade in the middle. Yes.
Wily crowd.
Yes.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Never too early to drink beer. Agony makes a very solid point.
Yeah, go away. Now you blew it.
The dude saw me. Because it opened the menu when I went to run again.
Run, Hambo, run!
No, what's he doing? He runs into a corner.
Please!
Get up.
No, run! Oh my god! You better get him. Oh my god. Choke him up.
I'm trying.
Oh my god. Choke him out. You got to double hit. You got to hit the and he's like, oh, and then he'll fall down forever. I can't believe this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. By the way,
There it is.
there we go. There we go. And I picture you like whispering in his ear, like, shh.
Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
It's only dreams now.
I love it's only dreams now.
Hambo's probably already locked himself out of the good ending at this point.
I know.
Oh,
yeah.
If there's a good ending, your boy ain't getting it. Suck chaff, nerd.
If we do this again, we should switch, and you should let me play the same beginning of the game.
Oh yeah, because it will genuinely go a ton smoother.
It's the ridiculousness of the memory of playing it is like ingrained in me. So now you have to go to okay. Then there's the truck.
Yep.
So you gotta hop in the truck. Not okay.
Yes, Hambo's natural enemy, the surveillance camera.
Yeah, the surveillance camera.
We get gone.
Now you get gone. Now I like to take the second level into the place.
Starts.
I feel like the second level of the place really kind of, when you go in that way, you get like a better cinematic and like kind of intro to. Why does Nugget walk around yelling like he's sundowning all the time? What is the problem?
No,
oh my god! It's like wow.
Can I use it?
I thought I heard something. I wasn't sure what that was. That's Nugget.
Yeah, that's Nugget. Oh yeah, he just yells. You don't even need to. Yeah, there you go. But then you gotta like, when you get up here, is this guy? Get down.
It's this man.
Wait, you have to. He's gonna come closer.
Yeah.
I'm so stressed. You stress me. Wait, no.
Get up, idiot.
Why?
We're gonna take this.
What's up, Billy?
Oh my god!
Everyone, hold on. We got a phone call.
Welcome.
I love that he's like, after you've already decided how you're getting into the building, he tells you how you could get into the building, and it's like, okay, thanks, Samuel.
Thanks for the useless information. Appreciate it.
By the way, him messing around with Rose that's weird, creepy.
Yeah.
Don't even get started on that weird storyline. I think Kojima was just smoking a lot of hashish while he made Metal Gear 2. So I don't know what he was doing. It was a great game, but man,
he might have.
I believe it. Strong hallucinogenics, something, because we got Rose and Jack from the Titanic, and then they're talking about aliens, and then Rose and Campbell are like together, kind of, and I don't even know, man. Oh, and then we reveal, depending on what ending you get to this game, we reveal the truth about Campbell and Merrill, which is fun.
Yeah.
So the whole game, I don't really care. If you have spoilers, then go home to your mom. I won't tell you. But listen, Campbell in the story is labeled as Merrill's uncle. But if you get the correct ending to the game, it's revealed that Campbell is Merrill's dad. There's a lot of that in this game. There's a lot of I'm your father in this game. Like a big thing. Oh, and this beautiful twist. I did not expect this at all. When I played the game, I literally passed away. I passed away when that was revealed. I was like, whoa! I couldn't believe it. I do appreciate the Ocelot evolution, though, because he's more important than we ever thought he was, and that was pretty fun. Hey! I live in a zoo. Get out of here. Come on. You guys are nuts. Hi, baby girl. Where's my good girl? Mallow. Leave her alone. Mallow's like a regular Bill Cosby in here. Just harassing women.
Yeah, like Jess was saying, the whole thing with McDonald Miller. It turns out that he at a certain point they're like, hey, yeah, so Miller's dead. we found him in his
been rotting corpse for 6 months.
They're like, we found him dead. He's been dead for a while, and then it cuts over to Miller, and he's like, "Do you like my glasses, Snake?" And you're like, "Uh-oh."
I love it. I love that. That reveal was so cool. I see what I mean. Like Snake just be saying dopey shit to himself, which I appreciate.
It is one of my favorite things. Like I'm pretty sure if you were to look it up, there's probably a compilation of Snake just asking questions.
Yes, he does. And I look, you have to suspend some disbelief, I guess, back then, because we don't know those answers. So I guess that's the way of them presenting the gameplay in a way where they're answering questions for us, but it just makes him look stupid. Which
Yeah.
Right.
also,
My favorite is Baker's in the second floor basement. Second floor basement? Like, yes, there can be more than one basement, sir. Like,
How dare you judge our basement placement?
188 IQ, huh? All dominant genes, huh? Yeah, sure.
Of course,
Okay, buddy.
of course. Hambo, while you have a quick second, you want to drop some YouTube links for Discord for.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Let me drop these links really quick.
So welcome in people to our Hardcore Play podcast. We were talking about Metal Gear Solid
with special guest my wife Jess.
Hello.
So let me because we're actually going to be Mitch is going to be posting part 7 to the Diablo 4 series today on the channel.
I just want to say I appreciate the
which was me getting caught up to you on level and campaign state. But if you do want to be able to follow along with that, there goes the link to the Hardcore Play and Rewind YouTube. And if you're not already a part of the fun over here on Discord, let me drop that link in here as well. Lots of fun things happen in there.
There's the chat.
We're trying to get some people together for what you call it tonight? Some Among Us. So if any of you all are interested, we are trying to get up a group for Among Us tonight. If you're not already in the Discord, get yourself on in there. And in the Among Us chat, let us know if you're down to play. I can never just crawl in a straight fucking line. No, I want to crawl past that. I need this. Dink. I don't know how I can do that. That's such tight space. It would just full 180.
Yeah, that tight space 180 is remarkable.
Like he just, of course, ready? She got bamfed out again.
Oh shit! Yo, I want a soft pretzel, man.
Yo, don't even get me.
I miss soft pretzels. They don't have pretzels up here. We don't have anything.
We don't
He's
have
a fun guy, though.
Yeah, we don't have a pretzel factory, dude. There's no pretzel factory up here.
It's crazy. There's also no Wawa's, which they're building one. Thank God, because I can't live in this world.
I don't think it's still free, unfortunately, but I know
Switch.
If you have,
it's free on Switch.
Yeah, it's free on Nintendo Switch. If you have Xbox Game Pass on console, it's free on there as well. I think it's like PlayStation. You know what? You know, I just got paid, Philly. DM me your Steam friend code. I'll buy the game for you. I'll hook you up. I got it.
Guild said
Samus levels of flexibility to be able to do a full 180 in that fucking vent, bro. Fucking imagine Solid Snake doing the. Oh my god. I need someone to reskin Samus in Smash Bros as Solid Snake so I can see a morph ball. That would be so dumb. That would be the dumbest shit ever. Okay, Philly, here's the issue with that. I have a recipe. I'm just a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah. Make you're asking for a lot from us, Philly. I live in Philadelphia, and I'm
I'll put it like this. I did send the recipe to Falu, and she very much she made them, and she said they were really fucking good. I'm just a lazy sack of shit. I'll say it.
Hey, you said it, man. You said it. Hiya.
Oof.
Did that hurt you?
Huh?
Did that hurt you?
No.
Okay.
It's just chaff. Let me grab
Thermal Google.
Gagadoo.
Gagadoo.
Scoop.
So McDonald Miller, aka Liquid Snake, aka Full Shit, Yeah, he has this thing where he calls you. If you call him right now, like walk across the thing and then call McDonald Miller. Trust. Like walk across the noisy floor and then call him. He's gonna tell you a special way of walking, and it's a joke in the game.
The stutter walk, yeah.
Yeah, the joke is you just stutter the fucking D-pad and he just glitches. So watch, here it is. Here it is. Look at me, man. I'm on point.
So that your footsteps don't go. Listen, Sake, there's a way to walk so that your footsteps won't be heard. I call it.
And I remember playing it, and we're all trying to like really figure out like what he's talking about. It's just a glitch in the game. In most games, it's funny, so they put that in there. It's those little details that I did appreciate about Metal Gear, where they would kind of like make fun of the system they were limited to. Which Kojima was that was a thing for him. He had such big visions in a time where he was so limited with what he could do, and I always found that he had a fun. Yeah, and I always found that was endearing and kind of wholesome. That he
wearing your socks over your shoes.
Yeah. So you can't do any of that shit in the game. It's just have to the wall.
Yeah, instead of full regular walks where you make a bunch of noises, do this.
No, we gotta do it really fast. Ready?
If I go faster than that, he just starts running. So you just do this.
No, you gotta go in the straightaway. Yeah, and it works, but it works. So it's kind of funny they put that in.
It does work. And I think
and then he's like, you can just call if you want. He's like,
or just put your socks over your shoes because there's button combos.
Because you literally cannot
put your socks over your shoes.
I can go into
my. But we don't appreciate.
Unequip my
shoes. We also fail to appreciate that it is McDonald Miller and his training that taught Solid Snake how to use the infamous cardboard box. So. Yeah. That's his signature because of McDonald Miller, the real one, anyway.
All because of Mac Miller.
He's coming your way, Hambo.
Rip.
No, he's not.
Rip. Also, you gotta get the camera or the fucking night vision Johns. Let me see.
I have thermal goggies.
Yeah, get them night vision Johns.
I found.
There's also another ration hidden in the, I think, southeast ventilation shaft, which you probably need because you're not very good at this game.
I can only carry two.
Hey, Gooey, welcome in, buddy. Hope you have a great day with your daughter. Thank you for checking in and joining us for our podcast this afternoon. Hope you're having a great Saturday.
I might be in a fucked situation.
I don't know what you are stressing about. The game is not even started. We got this, man.
Hey. I suck.
It's not hard. When they go down there, you go hit the elevator button. You just go hit it.
Yeah, I had to make sure I was in a key position.
Hit it again. Double hit opens it right away. Here. Now get in.
Like it owes you money.
Yes, of course. There we go. I loved this. I love this game. Also, Metal Gear has some of the best ambient soundtrack I've ever heard in my life. It's
a shame the game is piping through right now.
It's so atmospheric and it's so well done. To me, it's comparable to RE4's soundtrack.
That's and RE2's soundtrack. Just hold on 1 second. I'm gonna swap over my audio input to be the capture card, so you can hear some of the ambiance.
Yes,
it's so good. It's so good. I highly recommend the OST to anybody because it's so good. It's like James Bond meets Mission Impossible in like the best way.
It does have a lot of GoldenEye feel to it.
Yeah, it has an atmosphere. You feel like you're in that facility. Like they do a good job of that.
And that was one of the things I thought was really cool. Was like right away with the game when they show you like the logo for the game on it, it says tactical espionage action.
Yes, sick. The funny thing is, Metal Gear. I think it's the. It's a piece of. Okay, so the main theme, all that. Mm-hmm. That is actually taken from a piece of modern composed classical music. In fact, Kojima had to fight some copyright restrictions and come to a deal for them to allow him to use that melody. Metal Gear is not a Metal Gear melody. It is actually a melody. It's arguably taken from another thing of music, but we know that happens by accident. So I'm going to leave that up to just ambiguity and just they came to an agreement where they were like, look, everybody loves it. You can keep it. Just got to settle out kind of a thing. So Metal Gear's theme song.
It says Kojima wanted a full orchestra right next to the player. A system which made
Yeah.
modifications such as tempo and texture to the currently playing track instead of switching to another pre-recorded track.
So
Yes.
I tried to I just tried to do the
He had a great vision for soundscaping.
I just tried to do the PC port game skip, where there's a vent right here behind me in the PC.
Yeah, that doesn't work in the PS.
You go into a crawl, you back up to like just about your knees, and then you
can get to the torture chamber,
and you go through the wall, and you cut through like 60 to 70% of the entire.
Yeah, because then when it triggers that the post torture scene, you immediately bypasses the game.
Yeah, fun little speed run skip for those of you out there that are interested in checking that kind of thing out.
Ready.
Which honestly, I'm not. Metal Gear Solid any percent is one of the most baffling things I've ever seen in my life. Wait,
yeah, it is really weird. It's like 2 minutes. No, it's Meryl and the Dorpachi enemies. Johnny is taking a crap in the bathroom. You got to go up the other way. And it's funny because Johnny wasn't a bad soldier. He had malfunctioning nanomachines because he was first gen nanomachines, and that's why Johnny was always shitting. Which was fun.
This is where Meryl and them are.
Yeah, but there's there's a thing at the end, there's like a little path.
That one leads to Anderson, so it's the other path.
Yeah, it's the other one, and you'll hear Johnny, and he's like, "Oh man."
Yeah, he says he's got a cold again.
These nanobots just went right through me.
Well, you don't find out about it until Metal Gear Solid 4.
4, yeah, which is crazy. It's the only way, and they call him Akiba.
Yeah.
So he ended up having a big role. He was a big role in Metal Gear 2, ironically as well. He was also in there shitting his brains out.
Yeah.
Apparently, bad nanomachines is just equals diarrhea.
He didn't even flush. How rude!
It's a reference they make in every single Metal Gear Solid game. Even in Metal Gear Solid 3, there's a guy who
when they reveal what he looks like, it's even funnier because he looks like Solid Snake. Like he's green-eyed, he's got the hair, and that's kind of why Meryl falls for him.
Yeah.
It makes
I got kind of mad that they didn't wake up. You know,
it makes you wonder if GoldenEye did the same thing as kind of like a homage to Metal Gear, because in GoldenEye there's a level in the facility where you are in a vent and you come out to somebody in the bathroom.
Well, there's multiple dudes in bathroom stalls in that bathroom.
Right.
Yeah, but still, it's got to be some type of nod because the video game community really supported each other. It was a big time for like game development in the world. Like if we were going from pixels to bigger cinematic concepts in video games,
from like 2D platforming and landscapes to the third dimension and
cinematic is really like involved immersive experience.
GoldenEye came out in 97. Metal Gear Solid came out in 98.
Yeah, but we give a lot of shit to GoldenEye in that retrospect, but we don't give enough to Doom because Doom is really the first one that really tried to immerse you in a world like that, where it's like you are there, man, and that was really hard to achieve back then, and it required ingenuity to make it work with the limitations. Yeah. Like we had fixed cameras back then, for a reason.
Yeah. Gilts has a question for you. His question is: so Johnny left the liquid snake in the restroom?
He sure did. Absolutely. All right. He let it. Yes. That's 100. I would say that's an accurate statement.
And then they're going to need the second cousin Roto Snake to kind of fish it out.
Wow. They should have a whole Metal Gear villain, Roto Rooter.
And then their post-apocalyptic relatives, the Tunnel Snakes.
The Tunnel Snake. Oh my god.
They do rule.
Instead of Psycho Mantis, it's Shit Your Pantis. I would love that. Oh no!
Cold coffee, dude.
Oh, I have bad news, Austin.
What?
It's about Nugget. Oh my god. Never mind.
I don't like where this is going. We'll handle it.
It already happened. And all right. Well, good thing I'm an icon because I have to change my clothes now. I did not shit my pants, just for the record. I promise I did not shit myself. I'm super angry.
That is just rude.
My cat is like a really No, because then people will be like, ew, blah, 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 blah. No, our one cat has this thing where he likes to pee now and then, and there's no reason. He just likes to do it. And it's, ah, ah, I'm so mad. Oh my God. All right, what are we doing right now? Annie's standing in front of the screen.
Yeah, we are talking with Donald Anderson.
Okay. Excuse me, Annie. Annie's rude.
And this is still just like the intro level, right? This
Oh,
isn't even,
yeah.
like-
This is literally the first thing that you do is go find him.
Yeah, that's the end of the demo, and that's how it is in the game. The demo's over at that point. Once you're done talking, you drop down into the cell from the vent shaft. It's like, and it's
Yeah.
like demo.
Yeah, before you even talk to him, it just ends there.
Get out. I'm so mad at him. Oh, jerk. Oh boy, let me see. Metal Gear.
It doesn't make sense that he did that because I did a full reset last night.
I don't even know what to do. I'm not getting my cat a psychologist. It's ridiculous. Like, you know? You're like, well, why does he do it? No one knows, honey. There's just mysteries in the world we're just never going to know.
Because his father left him at a young age.
Yeah, who knows? Jesus Christ. Like, why do I eat two extra hamburgers than I should? I don't know. Maybe my parents did love me. I don't know.
Maybe it's because Rex fell into the hands of terrorists. I don't know.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
Because I found out
Right,
that Solid Snake's real name is the same as the first name of the fucking voice actor that plays him.
I love that they did that for David. I love David. David had no success in any other realm, so I appreciate this.
No. He co-wrote the first two X-Men films.
And it wasn't, and people didn't really like them.
I liked the first one.
I did. I didn't hate them.
The second one I felt like could have been better.
Right.
But I really liked the first one.
Well, I'm glad you shared that with us. I respect that.
It's one of the movies that I saw in theaters with my dad.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I didn't have it. So.
We've also seen Osmosis Jones, The Adventures of Pluto Nash, Dude, Where's My Car?
What was the most awful movie you saw in theaters with your dad as a kid? I love those moments.
Probably The Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Really?
I mean, I did also see Final Fantasy Spirits Within, and I didn't like it at the time because I had only played like 3 Final Fantasy games, and I'm like, aren't they all supposed to be connected? What the fuck? And then later on in life, I found out every Final Fantasy game is a different story completely because they are the man's Final Fantasy. Which
I had a stepdad one, and he took me to go see Freddy Got Fingered because I begged, and that was everyone walked out of the theater except me and my stepdad. We were pissing ourselves. It was
Alex.
It was the baby
mom to take us to see Me, Myself, and Irene in theaters.
Mm-hmm. I love that movie.
And the part where he fucking slips in place of the baby and is sucking on that lady's fucking tit for milk. She was like, "We're fucking leaving," and I was like, "No, that's hilarious."
Yeah, I'm sure your mom was not cool with that. I know your mom, dude. That's I never thought about that.
Oh, bye.
Well,
she just got disconnected completely.
Did her phone die or something?
I don't know, but I still hear her talking in the bathroom. Hold on.
Oh my goodness. And again, thank you everyone that so far has tuned in for our podcast. The links that are in chat, if you're here, link you to our YouTube, to the Discord, and of course, don't forget to give us a follow. Don't forget to give us a follow on Twitch.
There's Discord. And then
the YouTube channel.
I almost went and got the Discord link again.
Nice.
Jess, I'm going to pop you in 1 second. I'm just dropping the YouTube link.
I am so sorry. I honestly didn't do anything after him. It said something went wrong, so I had to go back in.
Yeah, if you go away from the tab, it'll sometimes screw you over.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, it's fine if I like hit the home button, like on my phone, but then once in a while, I don't know. It just said something went wrong. Ooh. By the way, that's not the DARPA chief. Oh, we've touched on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Not the DARPA chief. It's Decoy Octopus.
Yeah, I was going to say. So the group of people that have taken over the facility under Liquid Snake are Revolver Ocelot, Sniper Wolf, Psycho Manus, Vulcan Raven, and Decoy Octopus. Decoy Octopus is actually a shapeshifter.
Yeah,
he's like Dana Carvey, Master of Disguise.
They did say they said something called
Master of Disguise.
Back in the day, they made a thing like the whole factual thing about Decoy Optimus, and that he copies his people he imitates. He's pretty much Clayface, but practically Clayface. Like he takes everything down to the replacing his own blood to whatever. It's like a Face Off and Clayface made a lore together. That's basically Decoy.
Right.
Yeah. So one of the things that happens in this game with a lot of the people that you fight, well, just with people you encounter, is they'll die of heart attacks, and it's because they all have a thing injected into them called Fox Dye. And
no, they don't. No, that's incorrect.
Fox Dye.
Yeah, what it is nanovirus that targets specific gene sequences so that you can target specific DNA marked enemies.
Yeah.
So if I have it, then I'm a vector. I'm a carrier for it. It's not killing me, but if it comes into contact with a gene sequence and DNA sequence that matches its target, it'll invoke like a heart attack.
Yeah, it'll kill them right away.
Thank you.
Which you then find out in Metal Gear, actually during this one, was injected into you because Naomi was actually trying to kill you.
No, they were using him to take out everybody for them, and then he was just a pawn in the game to throw away at the end, but he lived.
I thought Naomi wanted revenge on Snake for killing Frank Yeager, the Gray Fox.
She programmed it to deteriorate and break down his DNA. But she was always
time. Yeah, it was essentially like she wanted to be like.
Yeah, but the original plan wasn't. It was just to fool him into being a vector and sending him there to basically take them all out for them, so they didn't have to. Because they couldn't take out the facility because that would destroy Metal Gear. And the ultimate plan was they were trying to take back Metal Gear's prototype from the terrorists that originally funded its building. It's complex, man. I'm just saying.
It ends up becoming that gif of Charlie Day in front of the fucking
Charlie Day, yeah.
Like the whole Pepe Sylvia thing.
Can we just also appreciate that Solid Snake is a trained professional and doesn't even attempt CPR or to check a pulse on this guy? He just keels over and he's like, "Oh."
He checks pulse.
Really?
Before he goes into the phone call, he crouches down and like holds his neck, and then.
But it's funny that he's not met with urgency at all. He just literally went, dead.
He goes,
damn.
Dead.
Thank God he's not an EMT or something. Jeez.
Well, I mean, he's not. He's a stealth professional.
I would just hope that a survivalist and a military trained special op would maybe be like, oh, well, I see if I can do CPR. Maybe.
To be fair, he's staying in character.
And this, like,
yes, I do appreciate the dedication to the continuity of New Snake.
Yes, I got a question.
But then if it's Meryl's butt, he's like, "Fuck this operation! I'm tearing it all down."
I got a question for you guys. Do we end this like the demo back in the day, where you don't even get to do the gunfight?
No, at least meet Meryl.
All right, at least
don't be a Jodie Foster, okay? You got to go all the way with this.
I will follow that thick biscuit.
You get to see
all
that giant poopy butt.
Oh my god, Meryl is so ridiculous. I would have just popped her right in the mouth.
All that pixelated thickness. Give me that pixelated peach.
The thickness. Oh
Give
my
me that
god.
pixelated peach.
And then the best part is that Snake's like just humoring her because like she's a mess, you know. I love that the first introduction to a female in the series is like sexual and or dumb. That's fun. And I love Meryl. I love it. Look, don't even get me started on Naomi. She's a hussy, man. Otacon, though, dog? Come on. Come on. Otacon's kind of a G. He slept with his stepmom. He slept with Naomi. He slept with Sniper Wolf. Have you seen her titties? That's crazy. That's crazy.
He slept with
crazy.
Wait. Here's the worst part. He slept with his stepmom while his sister was drowning in a pool.
Like, nobody knows how fucking spicy Metal Gear lore is. Spicy. And then all you had left to show for it was that stupid bird. Oh, that stupid bird. Who the bird was not in Metal Gear 4, which I think is pretty scary and profound. Like, what did he do to the bird? Did he also cheat on the bird and then the bird drowned?
Doesn't he just let it fly off on the big shell?
Oh, yeah. All right. You're right. Listen, I get a lot of details on point.
Oh, yeah. Fun fact about this game. There's no reload button. So what you do is you just
fire it. It's a quickie clip to do it.
My gun's empty. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. No more bullets.
Yeah, that's bad. I remember this part of the game, like, it's broken! It's never gonna stop! Otacon, man, what a complete G. What a daddy. He banged his stepmom. That's, like, crazy to me. Yeah! And then he bangs, like, the game's two hottest women.
Oh, here it goes.
Can we argue that Sniper Wolf is pretty much just the poison ivy of Metal Gear Solid?
What a thick booty.
That actually, I mean...
Yeah, because if you think about it, Otacon didn't really seek her out. She used Otacon. She cornered him up.
Where they that's the actual DARPA chief dead on the torture table.
Yeah, which Otacon planned to kill him anyway, so it worked out. It was perfectly planned. I love that part when Liquid's like, "You fool! You killed him!" And he's like, "Sorry, my bad."
Yeah, Slot's just like, "Sorry."
Yeah, sorry, boss.
Like fucking peppermint patty ass shit.
My fault.
She's like, "Fucking got him."
Got him. Then she opens eyes
down the hallway at nobody.
Oh, here it is, just like that.
Good girl.
Yep.
Just like that.
I could be in a one-woman show on Broadway of Metal Gear Solid 1. Like, I think I only have the passion for the other passion for the dedication to the documentary The Staircase, which I also think should be a Broadway play. But that's enough.
Christ.
That man killed his wife. He killed her, and he got away with it, kind of. And he's really convincing. Very fascinating stuff. Anyway.
I want him to make the O.J. Simpson book. If I did it, here's how I would.
He kind of did. He kind of released a book afterwards, and then to like not make it look in bad taste, he donated all the proceeds.
Also, another quick fun thing before we get out of here with this game, you don't just have like a menu option to save. You have to call Mei Ling.
Yes, I love that though.
You call a whole other person on a separate frequency, and then opt to save the game.
Yeah, which is fun. I miss memory cards. They were like really cool. I had some really cool ones.
And then she'll give you some fun little things.
Yeah, and that's the thing is if you didn't have a memory card, you could not save your progress. You had to just basically
NES
them on
off the TV, go to school.
Yeah. My mom used to do that with Nintendo. She had two Nintendos. She had one Nintendo back in her bedroom, and she had a Nintendo in the living room. And the one in the bedroom is where she did all her progress because she was like she did Gauntlet and Zelda, and she was like, that TV, that Nintendo never gets turned off. Ever.
That's how me and my brothers got through Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3. Uh-oh. That's on your stream, Plaz.
What's that? Uh-oh.
The bot.
What?
Get him,
What
Guilt.
Get
Get
him
him,
guilt.
Guilt.
So one of the things that happens with Twitch a lot is bots will come in and be like, "You get viewers from this website," so we just ban them and we let Guilt handle it because he has a whole notepad on his phone just listed. Just
Get rid of those Roto whores. Get rid of them.
It's chock full of like the most brutal insults I've ever seen.
I'm gonna text him right now.
My favorite one recently is the one from that really big heavyset guy who gets made fun of in his comments because he's really fat.
Queso?
I forget. I think he's amazing. And he was like, break your whole mouth off inside my asshole. And I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
What was there were a couple of really fucking good ones. And I can't
Poor
remember
Art.
them now.
Art got like 4 nouns in the entire stream because we never shut up. And I feel bad.
That's fine. Hey, look, you guys are the experts on this game. I've played maybe 5 minutes of Metal Gear Solid, and mostly all of my experience with Metal Gear was for the NES.
Well, so, you gotta play it now. Now you gotta be in on the adventure now. If Austin plays it, we'll never beat it.
Shut up. They have they have the Master Collection on the PS5, so you'd be able to get Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2, and then Metal Gear Solids 1, 2, 3, and Peace Walker.
There he goes. He got it. Okay, so Guilt's banned the bot. Reason. I heard what happened to your mother. It's not every day your reflection kills you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I would have said that they're better off at the bottom end of a sock crusty in a hamper, but that's a fun one.
He's got some good ones. He does.
I love it. I'm here for it. He should publish a little coffee table book with all of his
one of my favorite ones. One of my favorite ones was what was it? I would say looking in a mirror would kill it, but it didn't even need a nail to hang itself.
That's all right. I'll deal with that. That's good.
Yeah, an hour 5+ I feel like is good.
Yeah.
Jess, thank you so much for joining us. Do you want to tell people where they can find you for your fun TikTok stuff?
I guess so. Yeah, you just find me on the TikToks. Okay, all one word. On the Jess Rambo. That's TheJessRambo.
Or is it Jess Rambo 37 on TikTok?
No, I changed it because I got enough arguments with people about
typing it out for people.
The TheJessRambo for my TikToks.
No capitals?
Yeah, I had to. Nope, all one word. I had to argue because people were telling me that Rick is C-137 and Rick is not C-137. Morty is C-137, and he comes and takes over that timeline. But that's another day.
Yeah, give her a follow. She's been making some really fun content recently. Aside from that, the links for the Discord and the YouTube channel are in the chat. Make sure you guys give us a follow on wherever you can. Hambo26 for me, Plasmatic @ for Art, and as we said on TikTok, the Jess Rambo for Jess, as she has put in her thing under her name, founder of the Fuck Up Collective.
Because I kept getting that game out of it.
the old FUC.
Yeah, man, the
old. So I'm gonna start a raid out to Baby Hobo Slabs in Twitch.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for being here, part of the podcast on Saturday. Hambo, thank you. Jess, thank you for being our guest this afternoon. Any thoughts on what you want to do next, Hambo?
Fuck, dude. We could do Resident Evil.
That's fine with me. We'll do Resident Evil.
Woo!
Some Resident Evil. I mean, I have multiple choices for which one I can play for that because I have all of them.
Yeah, you have like one.
Castlevania will be a good one to keep in the pocket for not probably in 2 weeks. We'll do Castlevania. Sound good? Get Guilt in to do some Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, gotta bring it around town for the Crash Bandicoot again because I love doing that one. We had a fun stream. We did that.
we'll do Crash. We'll have you on for that. We'll do Batman Arkham. We'll have you on for that as well.
Mhm.
I love the Batman Arkham.
Yeah, and
Okay.
we can also do it for we can also have you on for God of War as well.
So,
Oh man.
everybody, check out Baby Hobo Slabs. Awesome streamer. The dude's energy is off the charts. Thank you again, everybody, for being here with us this Saturday afternoon. Catch us next Saturday. We will be talking Resident Evil.
Woo!
Bye.
Come on.